Go live. Okay. I think we are live, and I think we have volume because the little thing here indicates that we have volume. I think we have video because that little thing indicates that we have video. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live show. Thank you very much for being here. We've got a few people here already. Hi, guys. Hello, Lester and Jumpin' General and Chromius and Armor Magnus and Matt Rubin. How do you do? How do you do? And yes, I got a video up finally. It was the crossover between G.I. Joe and another toy line. But you know what? It is time for us to get back to G.I. Joe. Let's talk about G.I. Joe. Hello, Sparkster1701. Nice to see you. Good evening. Always nice to see you. Hello, Bubble Wrap Memories. Hello, Andrew. The guy's so nice they named him twice. Hello, Matt. Other Matt. No, this is the same Matt. Ooh, Matt was... you almost got me thinking it was a second Matt in here. Hello, Dave. Hello, Guy Franzai. Nice to see you, Guy Franzai. Hey, it's Green Yeti. Hi, Green Yeti. Been a while. How do you do? He's turned 18. Green Yeti, our young friend, is now an adult. Can you believe that? Oh, well, congratulations. It has been a minute. Hello, Terrence and Jonathan and Space Cobra and Michael and Matt and Jeffrey and Sparkster again and WWJD85 and Chad and Firefly. Good evening. Hello, Ratface and Beta Ray Bob and Kenneth and Sparkster for a third time. Hi, everyone. How do you do? How do you do? I'll tell you what we're going to do tonight. Hello, Garcia. I'll tell you what we're going to do tonight. We are going to only talk about G.I. Joe. None of that other stuff. None of that other stuff. And maybe we will even finally get to our friend Gung Ho. All right? This is a G.I. Joe. It says G.I. Joe right on there. I'm going to put him up here for now because I got a few other things. Let me show you. I did check my post office box and I did get a couple things. So I have two large boxes to open. So I'm going to do that. And then, my friends, I've had this hanging around that I have not opened yet. And so we are finally going to open the classified Tiger Force Duke and Ram. So we're gonna finally do this. We're gonna get through this. I got, for reference, the other Ram motorcycle with breaker, and I got for reference the first Duke classified figure. So we're gonna get to those, and then we should be able to wrap it up by looking at Gung Ho here. Gung Ho, he's been waiting a little bit. But it's okay. He's preserved in plastic. You know, he's going to be all right. Hello to, yes, the Matts are all here. Hello, Redneck Ogre and Ratface again. How do you do? Hello, Gussie and Yojo Banjo and Gray Fox and Guy Franzi. Again, I'm sorry. I apologize for mispronouncing your name in the past, but I'm pretty sure I've got it now. Guy Franzi. I'm pretty sure I've got it now. Hello, RJ Howard and Kenneth and Reno and Diosoth and Stonegate Creations and Christian Bricks. How do you do? Hello, Denmark from the United States. Thank you for being here. Hello, David Sharp. Thank you very much for being here. So we have an agenda. But I wanted to say something. I have something on my heart that I would like to say. Something other than, cholesterol, something other than, just, arterial blockage on my heart that I wanted to share. Hello, Cobra Island. Nice to see you. Hello, Dungeon Jerk and J Station. Hello, Chad Farr and Bubble Wrap Memories. Oh, yeah, the WKRP t-shirt, a gift from Marianne. Marianne, she may not be in the chat because she's sitting on the couch right over there. So she can hear, what I'm She could see me in live in real time if she wanted to. Yeah, thank you. This is one I really probably should save for Thanksgiving, but I was in the mood. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of WKRP. Still love that show. I'm so glad they finally released the series on DVD. That's finally. I've been waiting for that. Yes, hello, Bloody Card and Nyquist, and anybody else here. Not even close. I'm sorry. I'm hooked on phonics, and that works for me. So I'm doing the best. I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing the best I can. Is she going to? Is she going to throw figures at you? Yeah. Is she going to throw figures at me? She might. See, this is why I don't sing. I promise not to sing. And I broke that promise, and so I deserve to have something thrown at me. Not only has she forgiven me for the Stargate parody, she helped me make it. I could not have done it without her help. It was yes. We had fun. We all had a good time, but no more of the Stargate. No more of that. At least for this show. We're gonna focus on G.I. Joe. Comic Trope says, sorry I'm late. Well, you should be. I hope you brought snacks for everyone. Last person in has to bring snacks. I enjoyed Comic Tropes' live show yesterday. That was a lot of fun. Also, if you will check in the description of this video, you will find the link to the Indiegogo for the Comic Tropes Vampirella cover. I've already purchased one, and I hope you'll get one as well. Trying to support a friend on that, and it's a really cool thing. Hello, Sergeant Slaughterhouse. Hello, Australia from the United States. Hello, the Trek reviewer, and it's Baronessa. Nice to see you, Baronessa. Raymond literally just filmed my replacement Sky Striker unboxing intro. Thanks for the encouragement. Good. I'm glad that you did it. You took that step. I'm glad you did. Anyway, even Richard Dean Anderson couldn't find a way to fix that Stargate line. Yeah, you'd have to do a lot of MacGyvering to make that work. So since we're starting out, I do have, before we get to, once again, for those who aren't here, I have. From the P.O. box, I have 2 large boxes to open. And then I'm going to open the Tiger Force Duke and the Ram motorcycle, and then we'll get to our old buddy Gung Ho here. I've got something to get off my chest. Okay, got something to get off my chest. But I want to get it out of the way, but we're going to focus on G.I. Joe. Focusing on G.I. Joe. It's an all G.I. Joe thing tonight. We're not even going to discuss anything other than G.I. Joe, except for the things that I already did just discuss. But other than that, from the, what is this? The 705 point on is G.I. Joe only. Hello, the quiet. Thank you for the super chat, the quiet silence. Hopefully, no more Stargate curse. I hope not. That was the best classified figure so far, including future designs. Tunnel Rat. Oh, what is the best classified figure so far, including future designs? Tunnel Rat or Big Ben are my favorites. Tunnel Rat or Big Ben both are really cool. Really cool. Let's see. What was I'm trying to think. There was one that stood out to me that I was really looking forward to. Oh well. It won't be high on very many other people's lists, but I really like what they did with Rock and Roll. I like the Rock and Roll design. It is updated, but still, subtle and in character. I really like that. I really like it. So I'll go with that, even though I know that's not going to be high on many other people's list, but I really liked that. The Figure 6-Pack says, if you can't sing, can you rap like the Rap Viper? Absolutely. Who do you think taught the Rap Viper how to rap? Not me. Sure not. Least likely pet companion in the vintage series. Undertow comes with a fish. That's probably less than. I mean, how do you train a fish? I mean, is that his pet fish? And if it is, does he keep it in a big fish bowl, or does the fish go on missions with him? And if it goes on missions with him, how does he keep the fish from just going off and doing something else because it's a fish? That's got to be up there. That's got to be up there. Would have preferred version 2 of rock and roll, but I still give it. Yeah, I'm sure that eventually they'll get to the version 2 rock and roll because that's a very popular design. But I am happy to get the 82 characters. I think the 82 characters, because the figures were so plain, they don't get a lot of love. But we got a breaker, and that was really awesome. I love this, even though, again, it's fairly plain. And the rock and roll figure it's not too juiced up, right? It's still, looks like, a classic rock and roll, but it's updated just enough to feel like still rock and roll, but also, something new. It's this emotional support fish. Exactly. Undertow could tuna fish. What was I saying? So, one other thing. All right, one other thing among many other things, but I know that we're looking at a lot of classified here. I have purchased new vintage G.I. Joe stuff, but I can't show it to you. I can't because it is for upcoming videos. It's for stuff that's coming up in the immediate future, and if I showed it to you, it would be a spoiler. So, thank you, What's on Joe Mind, for the super chat. The singing cats are somewhere under the couch. And by the way, the cats can sing better than I can. So yes, I'm still primarily a vintage guy, and it's still, I'm still reviewing vintage toys, and I'm still collecting and completing the vintage collection, and I have actually picked up quite a few things that I cannot show you. Last week, I showed you the Cobra Bug that Chris got. That was awesome. Thank you very much. But right now, at this specific moment, because I can't show you the new stuff that I got that's vintage, what I have to show you is this stuff, and it's just been hanging out here. I haven't opened it yet. That's still got the tape on it. So we will get to that tonight. We're working on it. Now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's Tuesday. So remember two things. First, there's a new episode of Half the Battle from Timmer. He went to the Belgium Comic-Con that he goes to annually or semi-annually, and he's got a video from that. So check out Timmer's video. He shows all the cool stuff that he got there. So always check out that on Tuesday. Also, after this show, there is another live episode of What's on Joe Mind. The links to both of those channels are in the description of this video, so you don't have to go nowhere to find them. As soon as you're done here, you can go immediately there, click on those links, and go see them for yourself. Thank you for the super chat, JoeFan84. Hey, Commander, and everyone working late again. We'll be in and out. Mr. S says, hey, and he is watching at his mom's house. So everybody behave yourself. First of all, hello, Mr. S. And we're gonna keep everything PG tonight. Everybody keep it PG. Mr. S is watching, and we don't want to be a bad influence on Mr. S, especially since he's watching from his mom's house, and we don't want to get anybody in trouble. Okay, so best behavior. Steven says, I saw this half off at Target, not bad. Bought it at full price. Yeah, these never go on clearance in the stores where I'm around, but it's because we never get enough of them. It's hard to find anything here, except at Walmart. They have about a dozen classified retro Lady J's for some reason. You can find those. Hello, Robbie Rosari. Nice to see you. Heard we were opening some Silverhawks and Thundercats tonight. Yeah, you misheard. You were misinformed, sir. It's G.I. Joe only. All G.I. Joe all the time, except for these two large boxes that I got in the P.O. box, which may have G.I. Joe stuff in it, for all I know. Oklahoma sucks for classified. That is true. That unfortunately, that is true. It's slim pickings here. Whoever is ordering the toys for our local retailers doesn't seem to be ordering very much. And the stuff that they do order, it's like they get like too many of a single figure. Like that Lady J figure is now a peg warmer. It's a pretty good figure. It's not a bad figure. But nobody's going to buy a dozen of them. Nobody's walking out with an armful of them. And yet they don't have Destro. They don't have the Baroness. They don't have these others. And like, so what do we do with that? So it's like, yeah, sometimes they're on the pegs, but is it what you're looking for? Probably not. So anyway, there was something I wanted to get off of my chest, other than I'm not taking off the WKRP shirt. Figuratively, I wanted to get this off my chest. I have some policies on this channel, okay? I have some policies on this channel. One of them is I don't do drama. Another one is I do not want to have an adversarial relationship with the viewers, right? I just don't want to have that kind of relationship. And it's not because I don't like to argue. Quite the opposite. It's because I like to argue a little bit too much. And I just don't want to start that. So it's not my job to correct people on the internet. And if somebody thinks that I'm wrong about something, they are welcome to think that, and I do not need to get in a scuffle over it. So I have these policies, I have these rules for myself, and at various times, I've broken all of the rules. I've broken every single one of those rules at one time or another. But I will say a couple things. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to get better. I'm definitely breaking those rules less often. I'm improving, and I'm working to improve. And if by any chance you are someone out there with whom I have broken those rules, you can rest assured that I feel bad about it, and I recognize it, and I'm trying to do better. Yes, this is not a drama channel. This is not an argument channel. This is, it's my channel, and it's mine to talk about what I think is important. And what's not important is my opinion on stuff. My opinion on anything is the least important part of the review. I feel like I have to do it. It's part of my job as a reviewer to express what I think about the thing that I'm reviewing. But it's still just my opinion. And I mean, often you will hear people say, that you have a right to disagree, and if you disagree, that's fine. And while that is true, they don't actually need your permission to disagree. They can disagree whether you want them to or not. But I don't think that's enough, at least for me. It's not enough to just be okay with other people disagreeing. I think that you have to allow space, actually, for people to disagree, to invite the disagreement, and to not just tolerate it, because that can become patronizing, right? It sounds an awful lot like, you're free to disagree with me if you want to be wrong, it's okay. No, it's not enough to just say, well, you can have a different opinion if you want. if you think differently and if you have a different opinion, I want you to. I don't just tolerate it. I actively want you to, and I don't think me or any other Yahoo on the internet should persuade you to dislike something that you like or like something that you dislike. In fact, having somebody on the internet persuade you to dislike something that you previously liked, that's worse. That's a worse crime, right? That's a worse thing to actually diminish someone's enjoyment. So I try not to do that. I express what I think, but that is only what I think. And hopefully that doesn't diminish somebody else's enjoyment of something. There's often a debate about, I guess among not just toy reviewers, but reviewers of all kinds, about, being positive versus being negative, having positive reviews where you like something versus having videos where you just hate everything that you see. But I don't think that it's about positivity or negativity. I think it's about reasonableness. It's about thought. It's about hopefully some analysis. It's not so. For me, it's not about whether a review is a positive or negative as far as whether it's doing the right thing or is a good review or a well-constructed review. That's not. I'm not looking at that. I'm not looking at, is this person positive all the time versus is this person negative all the time. What I'm looking at is the person like thinking about what they're talking about. Does this person have some thought behind it, and is this person reasonable? Even if it's something that I disagree with, if it's reasonable, at least I can understand why the person thinks that. And unfortunately, here on the internet, I don't know if you're familiar with the internet. First of all, there's a lot of pornography that I've discovered. Somebody mentioned that. I didn't believe it. But I saw a news report on USA Today that apparently there's pornography on the internet. I'm sorry, Mr. S, don't look that up. Don't Google that. Mr. S, forget I said anything. But the other thing is, the internet gets rewarded for tribalism, right? So you get attention by stirring up drama and hate toward something, about something. You get rewarded for that because people get worked up about it. It gives people a reason to not just be impassioned, but to also have a target. Thank you, Comic Tropes, for the super chat. Respect. Stay honest with your opinions. Exactly. And I always have been, and I always will be. And that's... It's speaking of which, it's hard to say whether somebody who just runs a channel where they hate on the thing that they allegedly are a fan of is being honest. I have to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they are sharing their honest opinion. Let's just say that. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and not assume that they're just trolling or just making clickbait. Giving them that benefit of the doubt, I still have to see that we're being thoughtful, reasonable, logical, and like, how do you treat other people? If you throw your opinion out there, what is your reaction when somebody disagrees with it? And that, I think, says a lot more about a person than, how many toys they have. That's so that's kind of what I look at, but I also know that that's not what gets rewarded on the internet. That and that's also why this channel is I know that there are some things that I could do that would get a larger audience. I know there are things I could do, some simple things that I could do probably that would get this channel in front of more eyeballs, and I don't intend to do any of those things. So we are going to carry on steady as she goes. I will do my best to stick to my own rules and talk about plastic army men instead of talking about people and attacking people. And I will also try to stick to my rule about not having an adversarial relationship with the viewers. I will do my best, and if I ever break those rules, that's on me. I take responsibility for that. Now, having said that, I feel I got that off my chest. I feel like my heart is now pumping more freely. We're good. We're good. Now, it is time to open some stuff. Let's open some stuff. So I got these boxes in the P.O. box. I'm going to go through these first. These are both from the same person, but the person doesn't want me to share the information on the label, so I actually cut that out so that I don't accidentally put somebody's address on the internet. I totally cut them off. So I'm opening these up. I did cut the boxes open before starting, but I haven't looked in the boxes to see what's there. So I have my sharp object here in case there's something in there, like packaging that I need to cut open. I don't know. So I have the sharp object, but I do cut these boxes open before I start recording, before I start streaming, because it reduces the possibility that I will slash myself on live television. So if we can reduce those opportunities, that's a good thing. So this has a letter. Let me see. It says public letter. I can read this. It says, greetings HC788. Greetings. It's been a long time. There's not much in this big box, but you should like it anyway. Some accessories for 12-inch G.I. Joe figures. Woo! Especially Cobra Commander. I have the Cobra Commander. A gift for your daughter. Oh, she likes that. She really does. The third party rages on. Toy Hack's website has sticker instructions. Oh, that's intriguing. Diosoth. Thank you very much, Diosoth. I keep all of these letters. I'm going to keep that letter. And I'm going to actually move this down here so I can... there we go. That's much easier. I don't have a lot of space here on the table. So we're opening this, and a reminder... We're only talking about G.I. Joe this time. No Stargate, no no My Little Pony, no Transformers, none of that. G.I. Joe only. G.I. Joe only. Is a G.I. Joe only. We got to stay focused here. This is what we do. This is what we do. Also, I also apologize because when I start soliloquizing, when I start speechifying, when I start pontificating, like I just did, I lose track of the live chat, so I apologize that I wasn't reading the live chat. How to first aid channel. See, yeah, that's what we would have to do. Oh, hello, Exploriso. I didn't see you come in. Exploriso is late. Good, he brought donuts. Good news, Chris. Exploriso brought donuts, so now you're off the hook for bringing snacks for everyone. You're saying that you mispronounced my name, not because I'm an adversary, but because you... Absolutely. I mispronounce your name for two reasons. First of all, because I love, and second of all, because I'm from Oklahoma and I barely know how to speak anyway. It's frankly, I think, fortunate that I can string a few words together to make sentences. So let's look at this. Oh, and Diosoth is it. Hello, Diosoth. Yeah, Stargate denied. In fact, I'm not even going to mention Stargate. After that time, I just mentioned it. So at the 7:25 mark, after that, no mentions of Stargate. But we're opening this box from Diosoth. Let's see here. I see immediately something. This has got to be the gift for Audrey. She likes the Ninja Turtles. And she likes plushies. She will love this. She will love this. She's going to be over here tomorrow. She will love this. So thank you for this. I better take care of this because she will be mad at me if anything happens to it. Okay, check this out. Speaking of third party, that's what this got to be. This is a third-party Transformer, and I admit I don't know as much about these. It's a third-party Transformer, but hey, we're not talking about Transformers, right? We're talking about G.I. Joe. So I'm going to make this Transformer an honorary G.I. Joe, okay? So this, what does it say? Arch Enemy, codename Arch Enemy, this G.I. Joe Transformer, a third party. This is really cool. Vans Hobby. There we go. There's the label. Now this is interesting. So it's like an Optimus Prime, but in evil colors. So it's like Bizarro Optimus Prime. So it's like Optimus Prime, but a photo negative. So everything about Optimus Prime is opposite for this guy. So like Optimus Prime is really smart, so this guy's an idiot. So that's how you can tell the difference. But also the coloration. Yeah, that's really awesome. And I admit, I don't know a whole lot about these, but the detail on it is quite impressive. Now, I did have Transformers, Generation 1 Transformers as a young person. I remember they were a little clunky, right? The Transformers back then, they were huge. All right, they're very, very popular, but they were clunky. And expensive. They were pricey at the time. This is really fascinating to me because it's like, and I know that this stuff is done now. I know that Transformers have updated, but look at this guy has articulation. Check that out. Look at that non-clunky guy. That's really cool. So Bizarro Optimus Prime. Honorary G.I. Joe, codename Arch Enemy. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Diosoft. I'm going to put this over here so that I don't lose it. And I'm going to make sure that I have not missed anything. Okay, and then the accessories. Oh, yeah, check this out. No, check this out. Okay, so accessories for 12-inch Joes, like the Hall of Fame scale. Check this out. It's Megatron pistols in 12-inch G.I. Joe scale. That's really nice. Check that out. This is cool. Look at that. It's articulated. That's really cool. Does it transform? It might transform. I can't tell. I don't want to break it. I'm not going to break it. I'm going to be careful with it and not break the thing that I just got. But yeah, check that out. It's metal screws and everything. That's really cool. Now I wish I had the Hall of Fame Cobra Commander here so I could put these in his hand. It looks too large for the classified 6-inch scale. This would fit the 12-inch scale. But that is impressive. That detail is impressive. That's really cool. Oh, look at this. Look, the scope comes off. Look, it comes apart. That's really impressive. Well, thank you, Diosoft. Now I want to put this back in the bag and not lose it. This makes me nervous. This makes me more nervous than anything is that somebody's going to send me something, and through carelessness, I will lose it or break it, and I really don't want to do that. So that's box number 1. Box number 2 from the same person. Let's see. Oh, there's right here. On this cardboard, there is a letter. Let me put this down here. It says public letter again. Hello again, HC788. Hello. They say good things come in small packages. Not this time. Bigger is better. In this case, for your daughter, order for you. For your daughter, order for you, Chaos. Diosoth. P.S. I had planned to send her items sealed and packaged, but did not have the space. They are brand new. Awesome. That is intriguing. Let me check this out. Let me see. Again, I keep all of these letters. None of those letters get thrown away. I have a special place for them. So let's see. This is a very large box. Well packaged. Well packed. Oh, well, that's... What the... Okay. Open... Okay, this says open after large box, so I'm going to set this aside. I've got to do it in the right order. Here we go. There's a... Oh, for daughter. It says daughter. It says daughter. So, all right, let me... Well, actually, maybe I should do this first since I'm supposed to open this after the large box, so maybe I'm supposed to open this last. Oh, check this out. Yeah, okay. So we've got some princesses. And check this out. The princess has little shoes. That's adorable. That is adorable. It's hey, articulated. This is from Mario. She has like I think that's an action feature. I think that's a Ninja Force Ninja Punch. Check this out. That's cool. And then we've got Motorcycle Blonde. I don't know from Girls Toys. I gotta be honest, so I'm just gonna call her Motorcycle Blonde. So yes, Audrey should love this stuff. She is getting more into toys and stuff now that she's older. When she was younger, she had no interest in toys, but now she's actually getting interested in toys and stuff. So she will love that. Oh, she's got an umbrella sword, parasol there. Okay, once again, I'm putting these back in because I do not want to lose them. That is the biggest thing that I'm most concerned about. I really don't want to lose these. Okay, so now there's a big box. I have no idea what it is. It is, let's see. It's the back says choking hazard. Small parts contained. Collectible item for ages 16 and up. Not suitable for children under 3 years old. But what if you have a mental age of less than 3 years old? Okay, so hold on. Let me open this and carefully. It's really big. Bear with me here. Oh, it opens at the end. Here we go. Oh, don't. What have we got here? This is interesting. Okay, hang on, guys. Well, check that out. Okay, there are parts that are falling, but I'll pick them up. Look at this. This is enormous. Look at the size of this. I'm afraid to take it out. I don't want anything to fall out. That is crazy, man. So it looks like a third-party Transformer, honorary G.I. Joe. Honorary G.I. Joe. These are all honorary G.I. Joes now, because we're only talking about G.I. Joes today. It appears. Oh, careful now! Careful! It appears that in place of a head, he has a giant hole. So this may be a robot of me. I'm really, oh please. I'm really trying to be careful to not hurt the thing that somebody went through a lot of trouble to send. Okay, so let me try to get this big old daddy here. Honorary G.I. Joe. Codename Big Orange. He's the anti-Timur trooper, because you know Timur doesn't like orange. So I'm going to carefully place this over here. And I'm going to gather the parts. Okay. 0 Watt Studio Cell pumpkin version. Do not try to transform this before watching reviews and tutorial videos. Thank you. Screw covers and most spikes are already installed. You must attach the shoulder spikes. Okay, thank you for this information. Thank you. I will be careful. That's what I'm trying to do, is be very careful with this honorary G.I. Joe. Now I've got to open the smaller box. And there we go. Small box. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. So I erroneously thought that his head was a giant hole. But this is, in fact, a Unicron. Now, you just have to imagine the end of the Transformers movie, this head orbiting Cybertron after he blew up. No, that's the G.I. Joe thing. Transformers! So this is really freaking awesome, and it has the... Again, I'm trying to be really careful, but it has the things, and the advice was do not try to transform it without watching the tutorials. I wouldn't dare. I would not dare. So we're gonna say that honorary G.I. Joe Unicron Transformer is here to destroy Cobra's evil plans. So thank you very much. That was really awesome. Audrey will love this stuff. She will especially love this. She loves these things. That's fantastic. So thank you very much, and thank you for your support. You've supported the channel for a long time. It's very much appreciated. And now, hello, Rob Vegas. Nice to see you. Optimus Prime will return. No, we're not talking about Optimus Prime. Optimus Prime is now an honorary G.I. Joe. And now it is time to do this. In order to properly play the role of a planet, Orson Welles got as big as one. Yes, he did. He put on some girth in his later years. He did indeed. Orson Welles, genius filmmaker, did some incredible things on film, classics that still hold up today. Including the 1986 Transformers, the movie. You know, his ultimate achievement. Okay, so I'm now going to open this. Here we go. I'm opening this, and for reference, like I said, I have the first classified Duke. I have the first classified Ram, which came with Breaker, one of my faves. And we are going to open now the Tiger Force version of Duke and the Ram motorcycle. So for those who collect sealed in box, you know, avert your eyes because I have just cut the tape. Now let's check this out on this G.I. Joe only show. We have a box. Congratulations, a box in a box. Hopefully it's not just boxes all the way down. Hopefully there's actually a toy in there. But let's see. Oh, there's a tray. So just like a 90s figure, there's a tray. And there is our Duke and Ram. Now, I did want to point this out. This is a part of the new no plastic packaging. So this box includes no plastic. It has large artwork on the front. It has photos on the back. As you know, this is a mixed bag with the no plastic packaging. It's a lot of real estate to include some artwork. And if the artwork is good, then that's fantastic. You just want more of it. If it's not so good, then it's not so good. This is not bad. Now, this is in a comic book style. It looks like, you know, line art that's been colored. So it's in a comic book style. Now, the comic book art style that we've seen is a mixed bag. For something like this, I think it needs a bit more detail than what you would get on like an interior page of some comic. Well, good example right here. So this is... The first Duke also had kind of a comic book art style, but that is a much simpler style, which works absolutely fine on the interior page of a comic book. I mean, that even would look pretty good. But on the packaging for an item for retail like this, I would rather see something more detailed, and this is much better. For vehicles more so than individual figures, I think the no plastic packaging works better because with vintage G.I. Joe, we are used to getting vehicles in boxes with art like this. So this feels very familiar. This feels kind of nostalgic even. But there's that, and they do still have the codes on the side. Let's see if we can decipher these. Okay, let me see if we can decipher these. All right, this one is a bowl of starfish. This one is it's two McDonald's signs side by side. So those two McDonald's side by side. This one is a single teardrop because Duke is sad. You know, that's a single teardrop. And this one, that's a seahorse. That's obviously a seahorse. Now, how could these be related? I mean, we've got a bowl of starfish up here, and we've got a seahorse down here. Those are both related to the sea, right? To the ocean. Duke is not in the Navy, right? So that's curious about that. But I think this might be a narrative. I think this might be a story. This is so. Consider if it goes in reverse order. I think it makes more sense. Check this out. So the seahorse is sad because he cannot rescue the McDonald's starfish from the bowl. So, yeah, the starfish are in the bowl at McDonald's, and because of that, we have a sad seahorse. Very clever. You know, I have to hand it to whoever managed to create an entire story using just 4 symbols. Very impressive, sir or madam, whoever came up with that. So, great stuff. Great stuff. But let's actually look at the toy here. Let's see about. Oh, and we can't forget this. This has got to be the accessories in this box. So let's get these guys out first. We have a tray, and we have some ties in the back, which I may need to cut. In fact, I am going to cut them. So let's cross your fingers and hope that I don't cut off any of my fingers. Let's see. It's pretty tough. And also, this knife is kind of dull. I really need to sharpen this thing. Good Lord, I need to sharpen it. Okay. I don't know that I would cut myself with this thing. It's so dull. Let's see. And then this. You know what could be used for this other than a knife? Scissors. I don't know if you've heard of this invention called scissors. It's like a knife, but way safer. But, you know, I like to live dangerously. So let's get this thing open on this G.I. Joe only episode where we don't talk about anything other than G.I. Joe except for those other things that we just talked about. So at the 7:45 mark in this live stream, nothing but G.I. Joe from then on. Let's see. Now we have. Let's see. Did we get them all? I think we got them all. We have. Let's free Duke. Free Mr. Conrad Hauser. Connie. Let's free Connie from his cardboard coffin. Okay, so there's Duke. There's Tiger Force Duke. Hang on, we'll look at him in a second. Here is the motorcycle part of the Tiger Force Ram motorcycle. In the vintage era, we did not get a Tiger Force Ram. We got other Tiger Force vehicles, but not the Ram. Some had speculated that we might get a Tiger Force a Tiger Force ferret. What was it called? A Tiger Paw, I think, when they turned it into the Tiger Force version of the Cobra Ferret. But not yet, anyway. We got a Tiger Force repaint of, let's see here, kickstand. There's the kick. It has a kickstand. We got the Tiger Force repaint of the Ram motorcycle that we previously got with Breaker. So it's fine. It's what they had. They had the mold for it, and I don't mind. It's a really nice vehicle. I do hope though that we can eventually get some more Tiger Force vehicles, and at this scale, yeah, I'll almost stab myself. At this scale, you're not going to get very many. You're not going to get any large vehicles. You're going to get mostly small vehicles and at most medium-sized vehicles. So you're going to get stuff that's motorcycle-sized usually. But the Ferret is not much bigger. It's close to motorcycle-sized. From the Hilt says, "Greetings. I forgot it was Tuesday. Me too. That happens to me a lot." That's not. Yeah, that's not. This is what it is. It's a really dull thing that needs to be sharpened. Is what it is. Okay, so I'm opening this, and it has a Christmas present and another. So that's all of it. Oh, the slip with the copyright and disclaimer information is in there. Can't forget that. You know, someday, years from now, people are going to be collecting these and they're like, why didn't you save those copyright and disclaimer slips? Huh? It's not complete if it doesn't come with the copyright and disclaimer slip. Well, I'm saving them. So, let's see. This is sealed. It is in tissue paper, but it's sealed. It's not taped or anything, so the only way to open it is to tear it, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and tear that open. We've got a cardboard wrap thing, which I assume is Duke's submachine gun. We've got a... I wasn't expecting that. We've got the pistol and the backpack in here. And this, which is a Tiger Force release, Tiger Force colors of the machine gun that came with one of the versions of Roadblock. How are we doing on time? We're fine. We're fine. Look, we have to stop at 8 o'clock because What's on Joe Mind has their show, and I've got to edit video. I have been shooting video like a madman over the last 2 days to get the next video done. And I've got to edit some of it. I can actually get it done on time if I stick with it. Oh, hello, Doug Dello. Nice to see you. Nice to see you there. Hello. Anybody sneak in here? Hey, it's Axel Foley. It's nice to see Eddie Murphy in the show. That's awesome. So this is a red and Tiger Force branded version of the minigun that it's the same one as this. I'm trying to describe it, and I can actually show you the thing side by side. It's a red branded version of this, and that means in here it must be the housing for the sidecar, and that's exactly what it is. Nothing else in there. Very good. So this is the housing for the sidecar, 2 halves, and then this. Let me see. How's it going? It goes in like that. And like that. So here's the thing about Tiger Force colors. They're pretty outlandish. They're very loud. They're not camouflage. They're incredibly impractical for military vehicles, ground vehicles at least. But they do make a striking display. And even though I was not a fan of these colors as a young person, as an adult collector, I have to admit they make a striking display. You know, they're very eye-catching. So let's put the sidecar on. It's got a couple pegs here. We got to peg it. No jokes about pegging in there. Remember, Mr. S is watching from his mom's house. We're not gonna. Don't even mention it In fact, forget I mentioned it. So you peg that in. Add some lube. If it's a little tight, just add a little bit of lube there. But this one's fine. The holes are big enough. So there's the sidecar. Marianne is over there giggling. I don't know why. I'm trying to keep it clean here. Okay, and this is the submachine gun. Familiar submachine gun. And I'm flinging it. Good grief. I believe this came with Stalker as well. It looks like the same one. And here is Duke. So let's take a moment to just look at Duke for a second, all right? Duke is in his Tiger Force colors, like the vintage figure. But they chose to keep him as a blonde. The Tiger Force figure inexplicably changed his hair color to brown. They could have done that, but I'm glad they didn't. They had to make a choice, right? And no matter which choice they made, somebody was going to be upset. Somebody was going to want it the other way. I'm glad they chose consistency over just rote copying of the Tiger Force figure. I do appreciate that. Firefly says he had a Mercari seller ship a Rattler that was lubed with KY jelly. My gosh. Why would you know what? I don't even want to know. You decide what kind of rating you want to leave for that seller. Okay, so let me pull out the first classified Duke, just the figure real quick, and I'll try to not crinkle the plastic in your ears. But I just want to show you these side by side because we have 7 minutes. We gotta be out of here. We gotta be out of 5,000 in 7 minutes to so that so we don't step on What's on Joe Mine's show. Sorry. Okay, so there's classified Duke V1, classified Duke V2. It's the same mold as you would expect. The Tiger Force, vintage Tiger Force Duke is mostly the same mold as version 1, but it actually has a couple different parts. We covered that. I did a review of it. It has a couple different parts, but the same basic look as the first version. But you know what? And the hair color is, well, you know what? That is really close. It is basically the same hair color. So to me, this just makes sense. I never, as a kid and as an adult, I never really understood why Duke's hair color spontaneously changed to brown and then spontaneously changed back with later versions. So that's good. That's good. I think one reason why some of these sub-teams like Tiger Force and Slaughter's Marauders, they would change the hair color of a figure, there would be no way to mix up that part, that head, with the vintage head. So if you were wanting to like deceive somebody into thinking that they had a vintage figure and that you were slapping a Tiger Force head on the vintage figure, everybody would know at a glance that no, that's not the vintage figure. He has a different hair color. I can appreciate that. All right, I can get behind. But my preference would be to not like change from a blonde to brown hair. Just give him like a different shade of blonde or something like that. Something else that is easily identifiable as a different part from the first one. But there you go. So that's that side by side. Let me see if I can get him on the motorcycle. We have 4 minutes. That is just enough time, I think, to put him on the motorcycle. Let's put the pistol in his holster. Let's put the pistol in his holster. There we go. And now I gotta unpeg the sidecar. I gotta pull it out. just, you know, it can be tight and it can get stuck in there. So you gotta, you know, wiggle it if you have to. I'm giving advice here. So I gotta, pop it out, and all right. And there are foot pegs. I'm not sure how necessary the foot pegs are, but we're gonna use them. There's one. There's two. Come on. Ah! All right, I flung him. Hang on. How much time we got? 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes to get this guy on this motorcycle and show him off before we hand the baton over to the What's on Joe Mind show, and I go and edit video, which I've needed to do to get this next review done. That last review, that Eco Striker review, it took 2 weeks, but not because there was like extra material. Although there was extra material, I was on track to get it done on time. But I needed to shoot the outdoor part of it, and Marianne and I were on the way to shoot the outdoor part of it, and my car broke down. So I had to fix it, and that took several days. Yeah, like I said, cursed. Look at this. I put the wrong Duke on there. Well, anyway, okay. How much time we got? 2 minutes? No, we're gonna put the right. Sorry, I got the Dukes mixed up. I mixed up my Dukes. Hold on. No. I want to get the full effect. Just hang on. We're gonna sign off here in 2 minutes. And we're gonna all go and check out What's on Joe Mind, new episode, link in the description. But we are going to quickie get Duke on this motorcycle. Son of a gun. It's the joints are tight, the grip is tight. There. Now let's repeg this. I said repeg it. Come on. We did it. There he is. There is Duke, and his hand came off the handlebar, but whatever. There he is. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for joining this G.I. Joe only show, where we didn't talk about anything other than G.I. Joe this show, and that's how it should be. This is a G.I. Joe channel. So thank you very much for joining. It's been really fun. I always enjoy meeting with you guys, and I'm working on the next review, which should, in theory, be up on time. So I will see you all next time. And for now, I will say good night. Good night, everyone. Have a great evening. Go check out What's on Joe Mind's show, and I will